Learn more about LAX's efforts to combat COVID-19 at flylax.com. Together, we can ensure healthy and safe travel.
Here at gate 59. We will begin the boarding process here in just a few moments. Just a couple of quick reminders again. We will be boarding the aircraft from the back to the front. If you take a look at your boarding pass, your seat assignment is going to contain your row number. Please do wait until your row number is called prior to approaching the podium area. When approaching the podium area, please be sure you have your recommended face coverings on and ready. Additionally, as you head down the jet bridge, there are markings to help you maintain social distancing as you make your way on board the aircraft. Lastly, if you are staying in New York as a final stop, I do have traveler health forms available here at the podium. If you have not yet picked one up, you can pick one up as you are boarding the aircraft. It is one per family or group traveling to New York. Thank you. For the process, we would like to offer boarding for our Mosaic customers at their leisure. If they would like to board at this time, once again, Mosaic customers are welcome to board us. Continuing the boarding process, starting from the back of the aircraft, we would like to welcome rows 25 through 29. Once again, if your seat assignments are rows 25 through 29, you are welcome to board at this time. Board at this time, once again, rows 15 through 29 are welcome to board.
Hold on, let him go. You're gonna help him out. Scan it.
welcome on board. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are using disinfectant wipes, we kindly ask that you please hold on to those items towards the end of boarding. We'll be coming to the aisles shortly to collect any other unwanted items. Once again, we kindly ask that you please do not store those disinfectant wipes in the seat back pockets or on the floor. We kindly ask that you please hold on to those items towards the end of round-up displaying which is clean and disinfected, including tray tables, restrooms, other high-touch surface areas, and galleys. To facilitate social distancing, seat assignments have been deliberately spread out, except for parties traveling together. Please help us by taking your seat as soon as possible and reduce crowding in the aisles. Please place your smaller bags and personal items underneath the seat in front of you. Larger items will be placed in overhead bins with the wheels or handles facing out. Rapid help will be in the aisles to assist. If you're placing a larger bag in an overhead bin, please make sure that the bin will close before taking your seat. Larger electronic devices such as laptops must be stored prior to push back underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead bin. They may not be stored in the seat back pockets.
With service to John F. Kennedy Airport, New York. As part of our commitment to safety from the ground up, this plane was just cleaned and disinfected, including seats, armrests, tray tables, other high-touch surfaces, and galleys. To facilitate distinct seat assignments have been deliberately spread out, except for parties traveling together. Please help us by taking your seat as soon as possible and help us reduce crowding in the aisle. To place your larger bags in the overhead bin with wheels or handle facing out, please make sure the overhead bin will close before taking your seat. If you're seated in our Mint experience, place all bags, including smaller parent items, in the overhead bin. For those customers seated in Core Experience, smaller bags and personal items can be placed underneath the seat in front of you. As a reminder, large electronics such as laptops must be stowed prior to pushback under the seat in front of you in order to head bin. They may not be stowed in the seat back pockets. Also, a helpful hint, if you turn off your brightness on your television, it will darken the cabin. You just press the brightness button until the screen goes completely dark if you're resting. Also, when we do arrive, it will be light outside, so if you want to close your shade, you're more than welcome to, so you don't disturb yourself. All travelers except young children who are unable must wear a face covering while on board, especially when physical distancing cannot be maintained between yourself and other travelers and crew members. This isn't just about protecting yourself, it's about protecting those around you. Please speak with any of the in-flight crew members. You're unable to maintain a face covering at any time during your travel or have any questions. Once again, face covering throughout the entire flight. If you're falling asleep, ensure that it is on your face and doesn't slip off over the nose and mouth, please. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome aboard.